This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 292 Aussie Mac Zone. How are you tonight, Zarn?
Fantastic, Michael. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good. Tonight, brought to you by Aussie Tech Heads and IT Help to You.
Excellent.
Yes. So our Aussie Apple ramblings this week start with Microsoft confirms Windows 10 update block for Apple Mac users. Forbes reported this week Microsoft has confirmed by way of a Windows support advisory that Apple Mac users have been blocked from updating to Windows 10 version 1903. According to the Windows latest site, the support page in question has been made difficult to find, courtesy of Microsoft blocking web crawlers from indexing the document. Now, whether this was deliberate or an oversight is unclear. What is clear, though, is that users of older Mac devices will likely find that the Windows 10 May 2019 update will fail to install. Pardon. Older in this instance is being defined as Mac devices prior to 2012. However, Microsoft also admits that users of newer Mac devices could also find themselves facing the same Windows 10 update block if they are using outdated boot camp software. Now, here's what Microsoft has to say on the matter. If you are trying to update to the May 2019 feature update for Windows 10 version 1903, you may experience an update compatibility hold and receive the message Mac HAL driver -Mac HAL driver.sys. Your PC has a driver or service that isn't ready for this version of Windows 10. Now, apparently the error is being caused by a compatibility hold that has been put in place for devices with Mac HAL driver.sys dated September 24, 2011 or older. So we're talking old software.
Yeah.
Now, Microsoft offers a workaround of sorts to the block. Updating your Apple Boot Camp Windows support software. Pardon me. Software drivers may allow you to update to Windows 10. It states, adding, you may be able to check for updated Windows support software in macOS. Choose Apple menu App Store, then install all available updates. Now, the article offers other workarounds of the try at your own risk variety. So we have put links there.
Yep. Also, g'day Sam, the computer man.
Sam, the computer man. How are you, sir?
Yes.
See, that one hasn't come up on mine yet.
It says Sam Gilham is watching you now with you.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Sam.
And
awesome.
Sam's the computer man. He's from the Hawkesbury area.
Yeah.
He's worked with James and that sort of thing, from Decomp.
Decomp, yeah.
Yeah.
Great Windows company.
Yeah, and now he has his own little business, doing something similar to IT Help to You, but for PC and Windows-based machines.
So, welcome aboard, Sam.
Yes.
Now, I think there's a picture for. Is there a picture for this one? Yes.
Yep.
I've got a heap of emails telling me to log on to my email account. We posted a copy on Apple News this week.
Is there?
There may not be.
No, there is for ad 3, but not this one.
Yeah.
I mean, story 3.
But so it was one of these ones where your Apple account's been compromised. Please press the button here. And I got about 40 of them. So that's a bit of a giveaway when
it's dire.
But yeah, just please be aware. Don't click any of them, really. On the Apple News one, I actually showed you when you're hovering over the button where it says it's not from Apple. It does say it's from Apple because it goes, like id.apple.com. blah 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 dot blah 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 dot SP or RU or
Yeah.
whatever. Just shows that it's not actually from Apple. And so if you go to the Apple News, there's a link on the show notes, of course, but Aussie Mac Zone in Apple News, and you can see the photo with the ways of showing you that it doesn't exist. Now, yes, we are brought to you this week by athwebhosting.com. And they do everything at ADH Web Hosting. That .au, that is, isn't it? I'll just fix that in my show notes. athwebhosting.com.au. Of course, they do web hosting, and they also sell you domains. We've talked about that. You can have an XYZ domain.
That's right. I'm actually trying to help a friend at the moment with a business create her own domain.
Yeah.
And we're going to be using the ATH system. Yeah.
Yeah. Value for money.
Absolutely.
All right. If you want the easy one, or there is a more expensive one where you get more backup services, etc. So yeah, keep that in mind, everybody. Start off athwebhosting.com.au. And Glenn's not too hard to deal with.
Yeah, no, he's all right.
Yes. Story 3.
Now, there is a picture for this one.
There is a picture. Yeah, it's excellent. Ikea ad teases Apple for Mac Pro cheese grater design. Cult of Mac reported the cheese grater jokes will eventually die down. And we used to call the old one the cheese grater because of the holes on the front. And the new one looks even more like a cheese grater.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So Ikea's Bulgaria stores this week quickly joined the fun of teasing Apple for its new Mac Pro. The Ikea ads feature, of course, a four-sided ordinary everyday metal grater against a white backdrop under the headline "Designed for Apples." But the joke doesn't stop there. So if you go and have a look, because it's got a little eye in front of the name of the grater, for example.
It's very subtle, but it's very well done.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, they got a plug because they mentioned it. Yeah.
Right.
So we've got our gaming section next. So I suppose that's over to you, Mr. Gamer.
Well,
if you game.
I'm a little green tonight. We haven't got a lot because we're waiting for Apple Arcade to sort of drop and give us information. So
yeah,
at the moment I'm just going to talk about Pokemon because I play it so much with my 4-year-old because it's important to be a good father.
Absolutely.
So the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo is returning to Pokemon Go soon, and this time it has a different look to coincide with the Japanese release of Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, a CG remake of the first Pokemon movie. And if your kids or you are out there into the Pokemon thing, you'll know which movie I'm talking about. The armored Mewtwo is making its debut in raid battles next week, but it only will be available for a limited time. So you got to get in the raid battles and try to win so you can get one. I definitely will be doing that. The armored Mewtwo will begin appearing, in 5-star raids at 1 p.m. PT and 4 p.m. Eastern. So PT is
these are American times. Yeah,
and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
and 9 p.m. BST. So this is all American times.
Yeah,
and this is on July 10th. So we'll probably get it July 9th. The same day, the current legendary. Well, this is going to be good. Groudon is scheduled to leave the game. So, and it will be available until the 31st of July. It's unclear whether or not the version of Mewtwo will boast different stats, but this will make the first time it has appeared in the armored form for any Pokemon game.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I can't wait for that. We were playing Pokemon earlier today. Yeah. Mason and I, and we, just around hunting, getting Pokestops and stuff. So
excellent.
This will be fun. We did a battle and stuff like that as well. So hopefully we'll get the chance to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, g'day Ryan and g'day Matthew. Thanks for tuning in. So I don't have much else this week, but I've been seeing rumours going around certain gaming pages and websites and things about the release of Apple Arcade and pricing. We still haven't heard from Apple about this, so anything you read at the moment isn't true. So just remember, keep in mind that yes, Google will be releasing a similar platform. We don't know the price of an Apple one yet, and soon as we know, I'll be the first one to tell you.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
If you stay tuned and you watch, as soon as we know, you guys will know. And on a completely different non-gaming note, just something I thought was really cool today, because I don't have much news, so. I found out that I could add more than one bank card to my Apple Wallet, and the reason I was so excited about this was because it wasn't my bank card.
So it was just one you picked up off the street.
That's right. And now I'm buying everything. No, it's a family member's card, and I was able to add it with little hassle to my wallet, and it was really good because we'd actually left the house and forgotten the cards at home. Luckily, I've got mine in my wallet. Kellyanne wanted to use hers and realised she didn't have it. I was the only one with a phone, and so we put it on, organised it, put it under my phone, under my Apple Wallet, and voila! Now they're both there. Just in case we're out, we do forget. We've got both cards right there, so we're okay.
Excellent.
So I just thought that's a helpful tip for anybody who needs to know.
Yeah, so you can put your husbands on your wives, or your wives on your husbands, or you can put yours on your kids. So if there's an emergency, and they're old enough to have an Apple Watch or their wallet, whatever.
Yep, that's right.
And you trust them. So if they're stuck in the middle of the city and have to get a cab home.
Yeah, then you can know that they're going to be able to either get a cab or you can have your. You can even put your Uber account on there too. Like it's limitless. It really is limitless. And just learning this today made me realise how convenient and how great the device is.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that was my little tip, and that's it for gaming today, guys. So thanks a lot, and back to you, Michael.
Thank you, young Zarn. So unfortunately, I was starting off with another scam. Free Netflix. Would you believe? And it's got an email again for heaps of them.
Yeah, so this has also got a
picture. Yeah.
So
starting off, so it's a 9 News article that I got emailed. Enough is enough. New groundbreaking law makes Netflix completely free in Australia, but only for a limited time. Read the full article. And again, it doesn't take you anywhere that it should. So don't click the button. Please don't click the button.
Do not click the button.
That's right. They're all scams. So, yeah. I know we want Netflix, but we don't want it costing us $4,000 a month.
Exactly. So just pay for it. Even if you want to get a VPN and so you got American Netflix. Not that I'm encouraging that. I'm just saying if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I was listening to one of the VPN client that lets you pop out anywhere in the world.
Yep.
You specify, and they're only like $6 a month or something now.
It's cheap. It's worth it. The Netflix content, so I've heard, in America is massive.
Yeah.
Compared to what we have. So.
Amazing.
They're playing season 6 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine on SBS, and we still haven't got it on Netflix, and it's a Netflix original.
Yeah, that's because SBS have obviously got it tied in Australia.
Yep. So.
Yeah. So, I think we got a picture for this one too.
We do.
Xiaomi uses official Apple Memoji ads to promote its Memoji clone, allegedly by accident. Now, Mac Rumors reports. Now, this is the same phones that look like identical to the Apple stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, earlier this week, Xiaomi revealed a new digital avatar feature called Memoji, Mimoji, and the parallels to Apple's own Memoji, Memoji feature were abundantly evident. Although Xiaomi sent out a press release refuting claims that it copied Apple, the company is in hot waters again for going so far as to use Apple's own ads on its website to promote Memoji. Discovered by a Weibo user earlier today, Xiaomi's product page for its upcoming MICC9 smartphone showcased the Apple Music Memoji ad that had Khalid's dancing avatar singing Talk. These ads were found on e-commerce search, including JD.com and Suning, alongside Xiaomi's official Memoji graphics.
Yep.
According to Xiaomi Public Relations General Manager, this was all by accident. So why did they even spend time making the ads if it was all by accident? And the staff uploaded the wrong content.
They hadn't seen the Apple ad that they spent millions of dollars on broadcasting around the world via the internet. This smartphone company, it just hadn't searched the right web pages. You know, they just hadn't seen it. It was an accident.
The staff uploaded the wrong content.
Yeah.
So it shows you that the staff who are in the know can't even tell the difference between the
clones are starting to grow clones. Soon it's going to be a clone war.
Yes. There'll be emojis everywhere.
George Lucas is going to sue somebody.
Now, Apple reimbursed Samsung $683 million after missing OLED display targets. Mac Rumors again have reported Apple reimbursed Samsung $683 million to cover the cost of OLED panels that Apple missed a sales target and both companies had agreed upon. Apple originally said it would buy a certain number of display panels from the South Korean company, but disappointing iPhone sales meant it was unable to live up to the agreement. The payment was made in the second quarter of this year. The figure, quoted by Reuters, came as Samsung on Friday forecast a plunge in its second quarter operating profits, but one-off gains like the payment from Apple helped it beat analysis expectations. Samsung's April-June operating profit fell 56% to $5.6 billion dollars. The company revealed in regulatory filing ahead of the release of its detailed earning figures in late July. Revenue probably fell 4.2% from a year earlier, which was $48 billion with a B. And Samsung is on track to post year-on-year profit declines for a third consecutive quarter, mainly due to a combination of falling chip prices because of a supply glut and the US sanctions on Chinese telecom equipment Huawei, which has become a key Samsung client. So there you go.
So, this Apple paying them that money, well, it's like, you know, sort of Apple paying for lunch for everybody. It's not a big hit.
But also,
it is a lot of money. But
they would have bought the screens. It just means that they're not going to, they might have agreed to buy. We'll cut it down: 100 screens last month, and 100 screens next month, and 100 screens, and they only bought, 290 instead of 300. Yeah,
exactly.
So they're still paying for the screens, and and it just means that if Samsung actually made them, they won't have to make them this quarter.
That's right.
So they're still going to buy their screens. So,
but like a drop of 56%. That's huge.
Yeah, that's because they're in lots and lots and lots of markets.
Yeah.
Even to the point we know that there's not a lot of money being spent on Samsung equipment, so their tractor department around the world is probably making a loss. Having a reduced profit, not making a loss.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. So Samsung got their fingers everywhere.
I know it could be in the fridge department.
Yes.
You haven't sold us enough fridges.
Yeah. Now, reminder this week, we are again brought to you by ithelptoyou.com.au, small little Mac service company. So, if you've got any questions, need any help, simple phone call, tends not to answer restricted numbers or unregistered numbers, but so make sure if you're ringing, make sure you got your number showing on your phone. Now, here's one. Alphabet's Wing launches Open Sky, a safety app for Australian drone operators. TechCrunch reports drone delivery service, Project Wing, or just Wing as it's now called, graduated from Google X last year to become an independent Alphabet business, like Google is an independent Alphabet business, and recently won government approval to operate in the suburbs outside the Australian capital, Canberra. Its service delivers food, coffee, pet supplies, and more to area residents via drone.
That's cool.
Oh no! So what I'm looking forward to, we talked about going. I'll come back to that. There is a service that delivers food, coffee, pet supplies, and more to local area residents. Related to these efforts, Wing this week launched a new app for drone flyers, Open Sky, to help them find safe places and times to fly their drones or drone fleets. The app quietly launched on the iOS App Store and Google Play on Tuesday and is targeted at both recreational drone owners like me, as well as commercial drone operators. Now, as the Wing website explains, Open Sky wants to make it easier to find out when and where you can fly, whether you're a hobbyist who loves to fly or a business that uses unmanned aircraft to survey land or deliver goods. Now, the Civil Aviation Safety Authority said it's retiring its own Can I Fly There app in favour of remotely piloted aircraft systems digital platform to which app developers can connect their own drone safety apps. Open Sky is the first third-party app to be approved that uses the new system. Now, in addition to its launch on the app stores, Open Sky is also available on the web. The new app itself is straightforward to use. From a menu, select what type of drone operator you are, recreational, commercial, and then...
It says flying drones commercially, less than 2 kilos.
Yeah.
Or REOC, flying drones commercially with a operator certified issued by... Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, there's a new bit of basically a map operating system where you're allowed to fly, and this sort of overlays on top of that and gives you right up to the minute, like just like Waze does for your traffic on the road, and you just got to say where you're going to be and what you're doing. So it's up to you to keep the information up as well, even if you're a recreational person. So we were talking going to Canberra for the day.
Yep.
Because I saw on Channel 2 this week that there's a moon rock from the last, I believe it was from the last moon mission that was brought back, and it's one of the ones you can touch. It's the only one in the southern hemisphere you can touch.
Oh.
And it's on display.
I'm genuinely interested in this. By the way, is there anybody you can touch? I'm like, I want to touch a bit of the moon.
That's right, exactly right. And it's in a clear cube about 300 by 300 by 300 with a vase type shape in the inside. So you just put your hand in, so you can touch the moon rock, and it's on display at the museum or the art gallery. I've got to work it out, but I thought, while we're down there, we should get something delivered by drone. That'd freak the kids out as well.
Oh, wouldn't it? What? Oh, I really want to do that too. That sounds great.
Yeah, so we've got to keep that in mind when we go down.
Yep.
But yeah, people.
We'll go to Fishpit and get something delivered.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's something different, yeah. Now, New Zealand finally updates its cyber security strategy. So where's Australia's? ZNet reports New Zealand's generic new cyber security strategy may be long on motherhood statements, short on detail, and late, but it sure beats Australia's 2 years of cyber policy stagnation. Now, the hassle is cyber being cyber. It's not necessarily the best thing to keep telling people what we're doing.
Yeah.
And have it happen in the background. I know it's good PR sometimes, but
It is sometimes.
Yeah.
And any time New Zealand can rub anything in our face, which is all the time at the moment because their government is seriously better than ours, they love to do so.
Yes. So the New Zealand government has made good for its 2018 promise to refresh its national cyber security strategy and action plan, at least in part. The Cyber Security Strategy 2019 was published on Tuesday, and it's a brief document. 5 of its 17 pages are the covers, copyright notices, glossary, and generic internet good cyber's bad forward by the Minister of Broadcasting, Communications and Digital Media. Another page is lost to generic cyber threats by numbers infographic, and the rest is pretty generic too. This strategy has a vision that New Zealand is confident and secure in the digital world. It's about enabling New Zealand to thrive online, begins a section titled Our Vision. We want New Zealanders to make the most of the opportunities provided by the increasingly connected world without suffering harm or loss. Lovely words, but what do they mean? Now, the guiding principle includes such no-brainers as working in a way that balances risk with being agile and adaptive and uses our collective strengths to deliver better results and outcomes. Now, one of New Zealand's values is that partnerships are crucial. Another is that national security is protected. So that's about the whole document, by the way. Yeah. Meanwhile, in Australia, by comparison, Australia's initial burst of cyber action under its most recently knifed Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull bogged down. Australia's cyber security strategy was launched in April 2016, and the first update appeared in 2017. But as Australia's Strategic Policy Institute described it, the strategy was swamped by reality. The first annual update only seems to have assessed actions, not outcomes, and in doing so, an opportunity has been missed to explain what has changed because of strategy implementation efforts, the highly critical ASPI report said. There has also been success under Australia's hawkish diplomatic cyber strategy, a game Australia will continue to play, and with the Australian Cyber Security Growth Network, AustCyber. But since cyber security policy was moved to the Department of Home Affairs, the published strategy has remained untouched. And there is a bit more, again, in the link on the show notes. But yeah, part of it is not telling people what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that makes it harder for them. But also maybe release the numbers, like saying 70% of emails last month were spam.
Yeah.
And why not enforce ISPs to get rid of all those scam emails by having links that aren't correct? Like my email scanner that I've got that checks for viruses comes up with red lines and says, even from companies that I know, that says this is not pointing at this place because they use a PR company, and it's going from the PR company back to the sales company. But it's telling me. Why can't they do that on every email, for example? I know some people don't want, quote, ISPs reading their email, but they don't have to. So, yes. Anything else, young Zarn?
Say g'day to Tim.
Oh, is he there?
Yeah, he's there. Oh, he might have gone by now. I'm not sure.
Haven't seen it come up.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we are having trouble with our Facebook communications.
While we're doing live streams, it does
so
does appear to bog down. Yeah.
And things come in late, and then we said by the time I'm saying hello to people, they have gone and things like that. So
While we're streaming, yeah.
we just want to apologise for Facebook, not us. We also apologise, but it's not our fault. Is what I'm saying.
That's right. So don't forget, show notes link each week on the show upload, and the link being aussiemaczone.com.au/Aussie-Mac-Zone episode 292. There you'll see the last 5 weeks of shows and show notes.
G'day, Patrick. Yeah.
Patrick. Thanks, man. Spotify, you just search for Aussie Mac Zone. Apple News, Aussie Mac Zone. Even if it's just spam alert at the moment. But at least gives you a heads up.
That's right.
Thanks to our sponsors this week being Aussie Tech Heads and IT Help to You. But most importantly, our supporters, you, our listeners. Over to you, Zarn.
Excellent. That's great, Michael. Yeah, thanks to everybody, and another great week. And remember, an apple a day keeps the androids away. All right, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, everyone.